Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts. We have some recently released pictures and news for a new upcoming figure from the Game of Thrones line from ThreeZero Toys in 1/6 scale. This one is going to be for Arya Stark. And I'll put the link in the description to Toy News Eye so you guys can go ahead and check out this figure for yourselves, as well as a link to the ThreeZero website where they have the figure where you can pre-order it and all that good stuff. So if you guys don't know, I do collect the ThreeZero figures, all the Walking Dead ones and some of the Game of Thrones ones, just depending. And I've got the Jaime Lannister figure. And so for this one here, and there's some other really cool figures as well too. They've released like Tyrion and Jon and that kind of thing. So Eddard. So they've released quite a few. The Hound, right? The chickens. So they've released quite a few, good ones throughout their license here for Game of Thrones. With, of course, Game of Thrones wrapping up next year in 2019. So this one just recently released these pictures for a 1/6 scale collectible Arya Stark figure. So Game of Thrones Arya. There's also Daenerys and that kind of thing as well too. So they have released a good number of Game of Thrones characters at this point, which is great. I'm happy to see that they're expanding out and they're doing more characters. This one I'm just not sure about. Now the costume style they've chosen for her is the one we've seen, I want to say, in the last few seasons, where she kind of goes off on her own in that, and she does her training and everything like that with the faceless men and everything. So that's kind of what they chose to go with as far as her gear goes, which makes sense because she did have that for a good number of seasons. It looks like she has a needle, which is pretty cool, and it comes with a few accessories. She's got like a pouch for carrying her coins and things like that, and some, hands that you can swap out, that kind of deal. So in terms of the figure, okay, so looking at the face sculpt, I mean, it's, I'm not sure with this one. I feel like it's got the flocked hair, which is pretty cool. For the female figures, you definitely can see why they would want to go for that. But it does kind of also give it sort of a doll look, doesn't it? Especially because the character is a female as well, too. The other thing is, like, the way the face looks to me, especially the eyes. There's something about the eyes to me that's not quite right. At certain angles it looks okay, like this one where she's standing with her needle in front, posing. It's pretty good from that angle. And that one as well too, but from other ones I'm not sure. Something about the eyebrows and just kind of the way the eyes kind of sit, they don't quite scream Arya to me, except and then there's this one that does. So it's just kind of a little bit tricky. Now the other thing about figures like this is that this one, it's priced at about the regular price point for Game of Thrones figures, which is, according to their site, it's listed at $178 US, which is that's quite a bit, isn't it? I mean, I think that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit for a figure that's kind of smaller. If you were to get the Hound, which I think he was a little bit more expensive, but he's a bigger figure. Here's one here of her with the Hound, which is kind of cool because they were kind of traveling companions there for a little while before Brienne got involved. So that's pretty cool, and to have her kind of as to go with the Hound is kind of funny. I can understand if you're going to pay a couple $100 for a Hound figure because it's big, it's impressive. He likes to eat a lot of chickens, and it's fun. For the Arya one, I'm just not sure, and and it's weird for me because the Starks are my favorite house in Game of Thrones in the series in Song of Ice and Fire, but I just don't know for this one. Based on the price point, it's kind of like I just don't know how many people are actually going to pay for it. But it's I mean, it's a pretty cool figure. They're expanding out their Game of Thrones license a bit more, and she does have needle and everything like that, and she is a fan favorite. So I guess it does make sense. But it's kind of like buying a figure of Tyrion, where it's kind of like you're buying this smaller this character, this really small character, but the price point is pretty much the same. So it kind of feels like you're not getting as much bang for your buck because you're getting a smaller character. It's just unless you're a hardcore Arya fan, I can't see too many people wanting to grab this one. But then again, you never know. I mean, Game of Thrones is going to be super hot when it wraps up, and here's to hoping we get some more characters from it. I'd like to see kind of an end series or updated Jon Snow. I think that'd be really cool because the one they've released so far is like his early season, Night's Watch attire type of deal. So I'd like to see maybe an updated one like of him from Battle of the Bastards or later on. I think that'd be really sweet. But you know, it's an okay release for me. I'm not 100% sold on the likeness, but it's pretty good. So let me know what you guys think about the figure. If you collect these, you know, 1/6 scale Game of Thrones figures, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to support the channel, and you know, do so, you can subscribe at the bottom. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.